Alright guys, I want you to watch this video and tell me what you think in the comment section.
So who Jeremiah, the Bible was said, he said, for I know the thought that I think towards you. He said, they are the thought of what? Peace, and not of what? Now look at this. I want to ask a question. Why was God explaining himself to man? Because that scripture was an explanation of divinity to humanity in the context of promise. But that was not just a promise, but that was an explanation. Somebody explaining his intention. He said, for I know the thought that I think towards you. They are the thought of peace and not of evil. As I begin to meditate, Jeremiah 29 verse 11, Lord, I know the thought that I think towards you. They are the thought of what? And not of evil. Now, the question is, why will God be explaining himself to man? The Lord told me 2 days ago, he said, this scripture was for those who are still on the queue. He said, this message was a message to those who are still in the waiting room. He said, this message was a message to those who think or who are already having a feeling that God has forgotten about them. He said, this scripture is a message to those who felt that, maybe God, as they are not part of the business anymore. They are not part of his agenda. But this was God assuring those who is yet to hear from him that I actually know the thought I think towards you. They are the thought of peace and not of evil. He was trying to say that, though, even if I may delay to get back to you, but just know you are expecting something good from me. Oh, nobody get that. Oh, nobody heard me. Nobody heard me. If this scripture was saying that though I may delay, I may have tarried to reach you, but the conclusion of the matter is that what I have in stock for you is good. What I planned, what I concluded is something good. So no matter how long you have waited, how long you are expecting, how long you've been on the queue, but just in conclusion, to build your hope is that at the end of the day, you are receiving something good. That what is coming is not something bad. It was an assurance to strengthen those on the queue. That what I will deliver, what will come to you is not something beyond. It's not going to disappoint your expectation. Oh, you didn't get that. For I know the thought I think towards you. They are the thought of peace. This was a response to somebody who perhaps was complaining